Welcome back guys to another video. This time it's a little bit different than the usual video. It's going to be more analysis than anything else. And pretty much you click on the overall video because you're thinking, okay, did you just say that Tesla is in decline? Well, those aren't my words, and I really do disagree with that. I'm a really big Tesla bull, and I feel like Tesla could definitely become a $1 trillion company within just a couple years. Right now, the market cap is $388 billion. It's been really flat in the past several weeks right now. Ever since around mid-September, it's always been hovering at around $400 to $450. It doesn't like going below 400, but it also doesn't like going above 450. And right now, a Tesla bear, Gordon Johnson, is pretty much saying that we could be seeing a major decline in quarter four in volume. Now, obviously, there are a lot of numbers being thrown around. Obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla does see a small drop in sales. There's also a lot of competition in the European Union and also in Asia. You got Volkswagen. You also got NIO, you got XPeng. A lot of these EV companies are hitting Tesla pretty hard. But the thing is, sure, we could be seeing a small delivery decline in quarter four, but next year will be an absolute powerhouse for Tesla. One of the biggest reasons why is the Shanghai Gigafactory 2 I've made so many videos about. There's analysts out there saying that just the Shanghai Gigafactory 2 alone should be cranking out about 300,000 cars in 2021, and it's strictly just the Model Y without the Model 3 being added in. You got the Berlin Gigafactory being operational next year in quarter two, which will be cranking out cars for all of Europe. You got the Austin Gigafactory, which will produce the semi-trucks, and that's already having a ton of pre-orders, and the Cybertruck, which has more than 100,000 orders. I get it. We could be seeing a small decline in the overall sales of Tesla for quarter four, but if you look past that, it's way more. And keep in mind, I feel like car numbers are one thing, but a lot of companies that don't really seem to be like Tesla, and the reason why is everyone makes EVs, but not everyone does the way that Tesla does things. Tesla has a really good cult following, and the overall CEO is honestly pretty funny, and they also focus heavily on autopilot, which none other company really focuses on. Sure, some companies may have lane assist or some sort of autonomous vehicle driving software, but none of it is as advanced as Tesla. Name me a different car right now they could buy that could drive by itself in the middle of the street like this. Name one. You can't name one. And the thing is, people really underestimate the power of autopilot. People always look at Tesla by the sales alone. People are always really bearish on Tesla because of a slight drop in car sales. You should be bullish on Tesla because of the technology. If you factor in as more of a car manufacturer company, it would not be worth $400 billion for the longest time. But if you factor in autopilot, it's a really big deal. It's probably the only car right now that could buy, that could drive itself in the highways and middle of cities, and they are upgrading the program and also software once every 5 to 10 days. No other company is doing this. Ride hail, autonomous vehicles, robotaxis, no one is even close to what Tesla is doing, and everyone, in my opinion, is probably 2 to 3 years behind since Tesla got such a big head start, installing another giant battery in Australia. This is also pretty big. People can't laugh at this. And overall, Tesla is making pretty phenomenal batteries. They're also coming out the 4680 battery cell, which will be put into the Gigafactory Berlin for the Model Y. People, sure, you may be kind of frustrated that Tesla's going up so much, but you can't deny the fact that the reason why Tesla's going up so much isn't because they're a car manufacturer, it's simply because they make other products. If you simply look at Tesla as a company that makes electric vehicles, sure, valuation will not be that high. There's still a lot of Tesla bears out there that are strictly just looking at car volume. People say Tesla should not be worth more than $50 billion since they don't even sell any like that many cars. They only sell maybe 500,000 cars in a single year. Sure, next year they're only selling 1 million cars. Hey, look at Toyota. They're selling millions and millions of cars every single quarter. Why is Tesla worth twice the valuation of Toyota? Well, Toyota isn't really making EVs. Toyota isn't really doing autopilot, and you don't see Toyota going to Australia making a bunch of batteries. Tesla is more than just a car manufacturer. It's more of a battery company than anything else. They also have solar panels, etc. And it's a really big deal. And you also have like people out there like Kathy Wood and ARK Invest feeling really bullish on Tesla, simply because they do have the ride hail. When you hear Tesla bulls say that the company is worth a lot of money or even worth $1 trillion, they sure focus on the EV consumption and also the EV sales, but most of the time Tesla bulls focus on the high-tech stuff. Autopilot, ride hail, driver's insurance. Each card sold, customers may opt in for driver's insurance, making Tesla more of a driver's insurance company than anything else. They also factor in also the batteries, the superchargers, and all that stuff. Sure, you have Volkswagen coming out with a very beautiful EV vehicle, but Volkswagen has to make a bunch of superchargers, which they can't really make all these superchargers in such a short amount of time. They have to partner with third-party companies. Sure, you may have the Ford Mach-E coming out with a fully electric vehicle, but Ford isn't researching autopilot. It's just simply an electric vehicle. I mean, cool, Porsche came out with the Porsche Taycan, but it doesn't have autopilot, and it only runs roughly 200 miles per charge, whereas the Model S, for example, for Tesla, runs approximately 400 miles per charge. You get what I'm saying here is, I get it. I mean, it's kind of bad that Tesla is having maybe a slight decrease in sales, but overall, I'm not really too worried about it. I feel like even in China, it is a little bit sluggish lately because of NIO and XPeng's competitive. I feel like overall, the weakness in China would pretty much go away. I feel like when the Gigafactory Shanghai 2 will be completed, it will be making a ton of Model Ys for everyone in China. And Tesla is really, really popular over there. And keep in mind, a lot of Tesla bears aren't really focusing on the European demand. People say, okay, so far cars and Tesla in the European Union may be slowly going down. Well, once the Gigafactory Shanghai is open and ready to go, people will buy more and more EV vehicles. And so far, it feels like Tesla is becoming more and more of a bigger brand than anything else, even though it may be a car company that doesn't sell that many vehicles. But overall, you shouldn't give it a small valuation because it'll make that many vehicles. And in my opinion, the share price lately isn't really performing that well. I mean, it did start at $463 on October 14th. It did go all the way down to $379. It just seems like Tesla isn't getting the catalyst that it needs to absolutely go to the moon. I remember back then when Tesla gets any sort of a small catalyst, share prices keep going up. And keep in mind that when you see the overall company hovering at $400-ish for literally several months, it means that the price of Tesla has finally consolidated. It's now truly worth roughly $400 billion plus or minus $50 billion every once in a while. Seriously, I don't think you should make a bearish bet on Tesla. I feel like the company should only go up rather than go down. I feel like every time they come out with a new factory, every time they make a new model of a car, every time they get an order, it only improves the company and makes it better than ever before. When you're evaluating Tesla, you can't justify the market cap by the vehicle sold. You have to factor in the software. You have to factor in the battery. You can't just be like Tesla is having a slight decline in sales this quarter. I feel like the stock is going to go down. No, you can't do that. You have to factor in the other major stuff that makes Tesla Tesla. If you rip all those stuff away and just leave it a shell of a company that only makes electric vehicles with nothing else with it, valuation will absolutely drop to the bottom. Probably $40-50 billion at the very max. That's about it, guys. Thanks for watching.